Before you view this video, I believe it is extremely important for you to look at video number 3, which provides an explanation of Part D prescription plans. Although that video excludes an explanation of the donut hole, it describes every other part of Medicare prescription plans. The chart I created to explain the donut hole describes an entire calendar year in a hypothetical Medicare Part D plan. Consequently, if you understand how Part D plans work throughout the various stages, I think you'll have a much better chance to understand the chart and therefore the donut hole. Each of my videos were created so you can learn at your own best pace. You'll determine that pace. If you feel you have a command of Part D plans, but you're a little weak on understanding the donut hole, then by all means feel free to view just this video. Please don't get ahead of me. I think there may be a tendency to jump ahead to the portion of the chart illustrating Part D plan stages and costs before you review the assumptions upon which the illustration was based. That information is found in the first 20 rows to the left side of the illustration. Please feel free to pause this video at any time you don't have a clear understanding of what I'm explaining. By pausing the video, you can closely study the chart to clear up any confusion. Once you fail to understand a point, what follows will be meaningless. This illustration is based on a plan member who purchases 5 brand name drugs every month with a retail cost of $200 each. Each drug will cost the member a $20 copayment each month until the member reaches the donut hole. The donut hole is reached the month that the total retail cost of all prescription drugs reaches $4,430. In this illustration, that occurs in May. At that point, you will see the member's actual out-of-pocket cost changes significantly. What makes the donut hole so confusing is the true out-of-pocket that must be reached in order to exit the donut hole. It is anything but true. The troop, as Medicare calls it, suggests that you must spend $7,055 to exit the donut hole. Fortunately, that just isn't true. Now let's examine the calendar year breakdown of cost. The first 4 months, January through April, are easy to follow. The monthly total retail cost of all medications is $1,000. The troop and the actual out-of-pocket are both $100 per month and $400 cumulative total by the end of April. Feel free to stop the video at this point to study those first 4 months of the chart if you feel it necessary. In May, changes begin to happen. Monthly total retail cost remain $1,000. However, on row 28, troop increases from $100 to $267.50, and on row 31, actual out-of-pocket also increases to $267.57. This is because this member reached the donut hole, so a $20 copayment changes to 25% of retail cost of the prescriptions. Also, lines 27 and 28 for May are lower than June through November. This is because 2 of the prescriptions were purchased in June with a $20 copayment because this member did not enter the donut hole until after the cost of these 2 prescriptions were applied, which reduced the total retail cost against which the 75% in discounts would apply. Pause if necessary to chew on this. Also note in May that the cumulative troop on line 29 and the cumulative actual out-of-pocket on line 32 both increased to $667.50. Every month thereafter, you will notice an ever-widening difference between troop and actual out-of-pocket. The reason for this is every month beginning in June on lines 26 and 27, there are a total of $750 in discounts that will apply to the troop even though they will not cost the member a penny. Feel free to pause the video to further study what happens between June and November. What this explains is how the troop of $7,055 is not the actual out-of-pocket cost to the member. This is the donut hole. Notice that the total actual out-of-pocket cost to the member in this example is $2,211.72 by year end. That is plenty, although significantly lower than $7,055. No two people who may reach and go through the donut hole will have the same actual out-of-pocket cost. There are numerous variables affecting the actual out-of-pocket cost. What is important about this discussion is the donut hole is something to avoid or delay entering. It is expensive, even if you don't go completely through it. I tell all of my customers, if they don't understand the donut hole, they can rely on me. If or when a brand name drug is prescribed, I ask them to contact me so we can determine what can be done to mitigate the effects of the donut hole. I think that is good advice for everyone. Contact your agent. He or she should be able to help you. I hope this video proves helpful to you. If you found it informative, please let me know in the comments section or click the like button.